Hey everyone out there, just a quick Saturday message about liberals again. It was funny, Maya asked me, I said, hey, I'm getting ready to make a video, and she goes, for? I said, for Facebook. She goes, yeah, but about what? I said, liberals. And she just started laughing. It's great. You had to be there. Just listen, hey, this message is for everybody out there that's got stuff going on with a liberal in their life, in their family, or their friends, or at work, or because I know it's not easy. I just had a friend that I've known since elementary school, since we were little kids, unfriend me off Facebook over political stuff. I grew up in the suburbs of Baltimore, Maryland, so go figure. I mean, it doesn't get much bluer than that. Not much, maybe a little. But no, just don't. This is to everybody out there. Don't feel too bad about that, about losing people like that, because at the end of the day, you never really lost much. They're a liability. Those hardcore leftists that are steadfast in all the lies that they're fed and told to believe and march to the beat of that liberal drum. It's funny. I'll have people block me on Facebook, but they still follow me on my Instagram because I don't post political stuff on my Instagram. It's a big photo album. It's all it is pictures. So they don't unfollow me there, but they unfollow me and block me on Facebook. So that right there tells me already that, they just want to see my goodies. They just want to see my pictures. They don't care about me. They don't love me for me. They don't care about any of the things that I have to say. To the left, I'm just another pretty face. And, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of getting looked at like that by a whole group of people. I'm kidding. But seriously. All right, the other thing I wanted to do tonight is read an email. Specifically, well, it's not an email, it's an essay that I wrote. And I actually posted it on my Facebook, and Facebook shadow banned it. I don't know exactly how that works, but I know that I went back not that long after I posted this little thing I came up with, and it was gone. Facebook took it down. I didn't delete it. So this is I'm going to read it to everybody. I'm going to leave out the third paragraph because it's personal. It's about somebody close to me that I care about very, very much and very deeply, that I lost, that I still love very much. I hope she's doing okay. But so I'm gonna leave that last part out. I'm done talking about that. All right. So to everyone out there currently struggling with a liberal in their personal life. Oh, and I wrote this on September 24th. It has become painfully obvious that liberals do not wish to understand us or work together with conservatives on making our country better for Americans. Instead, they want us to conform to their unhinged, ratchet behavior and unrealistic demands. I'm not here to tell anybody how to live or how to vote. However, I think it's important to reflect on the reactions of people on the left over the last week. Mind you, this was on September 24th. Over the last few weeks. I'm not talking about politicians on the left. We already know who and what they are. I'm talking about everyday Americans who are leftists. Because now, I've learned that you will never convince them that you're not a bad person. You won't convince them that open borders are unsafe and economically damaging. They will always support abortions. You will never get them to stop hating you. You will never get them to take accountability. You will never get them to admit that they took the wrong position on something, even with overwhelming proof from credible sources in your favor. They will always support men and women's sports and bathrooms and locker rooms. They will always demand gender-affirming care. They will always defend or make excuses for why they sympathize with degeneracy and ghetto behavior. They will never vote for anyone other than a Democrat, no matter how bad the Democratic candidate is, and no matter how good the Republican one is. They will continue to manipulate and gaslight to get people to sympathize with them and their social justice movement. They use shame as a weapon to get you to bend to their will because they themselves have no shame. Prime example, George Floyd. The same people that mocked and laughed about or didn't care about Charlie Kirk's death were the same disgusting liberals that shamed you into giving a shit about George Floyd. They refuse to see the hypocrisy in their values and how they conflict with one another. Suddenly, gun violence is fine when it's used against someone that they hate. It's okay to get shot for words, but people getting fired for mocking Charlie Kirk's death is fascism. Another prime example, who's going to go work in the fields when we deport all the illegal aliens? Who's going to work on the farms, right? So slave labor at slave wages for brown immigrants that don't speak English, that's the answer? I thought that we were against that sort of thing. It would be an understatement to say that liberals are overly selective about how, when, and to whom their logic applies. Their rules of logic and tolerance apply. I'm no longer interested in maintaining an open dialogue with these people. They've been burning the bridges for years, and we just kept repairing and rebuilding them. No more. I would no longer allow leftists into my circle at all. My Clinton-era liberal friends that have had the same beliefs all these years, they can be grandfathered in. Because when I think about it, I have the value set of a Democrat, somebody that would vote Democrat in the second half of the 20th century. But the left these days, they just keep going further left, and I'm not with it. So I'm done. No woke shit in my life. You want to be a good person. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But I'm telling you what, you get screwed. You get your heart broken. So, all right. Love you all. God bless. Have a good weekend. Get your butts to church tomorrow.